A local company is leading the way on COVID-19 antibody testing with a new test they hope is a game changer. Chris Riva spoke with the CEO today. So Chris, why is this test different?
Well, Tricia, the Loveland-based company says its accuracy in the total antibody test. Apparently, there are 3 antibodies that are very crucial in finding that data out as to who has had COVID-19. Now, the company says the new test will specifically help in a couple of areas. It gives leaders and decision makers better data as to who has had the coronavirus, but it will also help researchers know how effective a vaccine is once it's out and available. So right now the test is in research labs for use, but it's now available to doctors as well. It's not an at-home test for patients, so we won't buy it at a drugstore and take it home for ourselves. The one thing that we have learned, though, over recent months is that COVID-19 is an emerging, rapidly evolving situation that has become significant for experts to have a better understanding as to who has had the virus. The Loveland-based company is called VEO Diagnostics, and I asked them to explain better how this test will help, specifically when a vaccine is available.
Once you take that vaccine, whether you've developed the appropriate immunity response. How do you know that? Well, you can expose yourself and figure out if you get sick, but that's not what we want. You can get yourself antibody tested. So if you did not have antibody response before, and once you were tested, you show presence of antibodies, you can conclude that you do your body has developed the right response to the exposure of COVID-19, although this time through vaccine.
You know, Deb added there that also the test can actually help doctors and researchers better understand the effectiveness of therapies, not just vaccines. But they're hoping that this will be a game changer when it comes to getting better information and data, because she says that there have been studies out that haven't clearly identified just how much of the population has already had COVID-19.
Yeah, and so many people you hear every day never showed any symptoms. So how do you go get one? And is this going to be covered by insurance, you think?
Exactly, because I asked, I was like, how much is it going to cost for the person? And she said it's going to be based and billed through insurance, which means it's going through the testing labs. She wouldn't say what they're selling it to for those testing labs at this point, or what a doctor will charge you, especially if you do not have insurance at this point.
So if you were sick back in January, you're just curious, can you go to your doctor and just ask for it?
As long as they are now carrying this test from that standpoint. And this test is now available. It's brand new here in the United States. It has worked pretty effectively, they tell me, overseas.
I know a lot of people wonder, don't they?
Right, and it's more accurate, they say. So there have been some research done that some of the antibody tests that are out currently aren't as accurate as they say this one will be.
We shall see.
All right.
Good stuff. Thanks, Chris.